Hi guys, Eugenie here from Mindfoodness. In this video I would like to talk about when you are not able to stop binge eating certain foods, when certain foods are triggering binge eating and you would love to be able to have just one biscuit from the entire package, but unfortunately you just end up eating the entire package. Yeah, for some people they start with one piece of chocolate and then can't stop themselves and just end up with the entire bar of chocolate. We all have different foods that we tend to binge on. So different foods trigger binge eating. For me personally, it used to be peanut butter and bread. Once I started eating bread, I just wanted to have another slice of bread. And there's just something about it, what I see other people have a lot as well. So these are different foods that trigger binge eating. I guess the question is, well, what to do? Well, we need to understand why binge eating is there. Binge eating is not so much addiction to food. Binge eating is representing something. There is either it's a consequence of not eating enough before. So if you were constantly dieting or restricting, then very often after restriction there is binge eating. So we can go for maybe a day or two or even a week, but if we are restricting food for so long, at some point our mind will get tired of restrictions and it will end up binge eating on those foods. So if, for example, chocolate is one of those foods that you're trying to restrict and then you tend to binge on those, that might be the reason for that. So we need to stop restricting those foods. Well, now you are asking probably yourself, well, but then I will binge on them. Well, and this is the scary part. We have to allow ourselves to have that in our everyday diet in order to stop binge eating on it. We have to allow it to come into our daily diet. So even if it's in small quantities, that it's part of your meal, maybe part even of your breakfast. I know my mom enjoys having a small piece of chocolate, for example, with her morning coffee, or maybe as your dessert for lunch, or maybe a small piece for dinner. And even if there is fear that you're going to eat more, at some point you won't. Your body, your mind might react, I need more and more and more. But at some point when it will realize, you know what, that's not forbidden anymore. It's not the forbidden fruit. Then we are not as wired to have that. Yeah, that interest will go away. Quite often we truly desire what we're not allowed to have. So that is one of the reasons why we need to introduce that food into our diet to stop binge eating. Another reason why we might be binge eating is because it's mindless behavior and we are doing it without noticing. So notice when you are doing it. We need to look at the patterns. When do you do that? Is it when you're emotional, when you're tired, frustrated, angry, or when you're just when you've just been, when you just had such a bad day and are just tired of it? So you'll come home after work and probably the kids have gone to bed, and that's your way to zone out. That's your way to just be mindless and also be not responsible, being constantly good and do good things for others. So that could be also another reason why we're binge eating. It's just our way to zone out and relax and be stress-free for a moment. That's what we need to look at. How can you include de-stressing moments into your life and throughout the day? How can you create a new routine where you can relax at nighttime when the kids have gone to bed and everyone is out? Yeah, and also look at what food means to you. So always asking yourself, if it is not food, what is it that I need right now? Is it comfort? How can I create comfort? Is it love? How can I get love? Do I have a partner who I can give a hug, or he can give me a hug, or she? Or do I have kids and I just play with them and cuddle with them? Do I have a pet? Right? Am I lonely? Is food my friend? Then how can I connect with other people? So if it is not food, what do I need? And create then more mindful behaviors around food, rather than just doing it when it's kind of, when it comes. It won't be perfect. It won't be perfect. But with the time, your mind, you're rewiring your mind. With the time, you will be able to create new habits. Your mind has learned to act in that way. It's a coping mechanism that your body has learned. Okay, so now we need to rewire the brain, rewire the mind by introducing new behaviors, by introducing new way of thinking, so that we can create different synapses and can refire and reconnect other synapses in our brain. It takes a little bit of time. It took you a lot of time to get to the point where you are now. It will take a little bit of time to get to a new place. But just think about it. Even if it takes a year, what is 1 year to the rest of your life? It's nothing. So it's worth it. It's worth it to start today, not tomorrow. Not wait until you lose weight and then start healing your relationship with food and binge eating there. No, we need to heal it now in order, if really you want to change the way your body looks, then only. So I hope it helps you. I will put a link to a workbook that you can download for free, and you can identify the reasons, the true reasons, the hidden reasons for binge eating, and what you can do to finally stop binge eating and regain the power back. So yeah, download the free workbook below, and I will talk to you very soon again.